We're gonna pick back up here. This is 23rd and Quintard. This starts going up the hill, and we'll get around this hill up here and we'll have the old Kmart, Dad's Barbecue, an old putt-putt that's been closed down quite a few years. But I think I mentioned in my last video, this is just a really pretty place. Of course, right now we're in the middle of the winter, so we don't have all the greenery that we'd normally have in the summer. Traffic through here is always pretty mild. We can go from one end of town to the other in rush hour in about 10 minutes. Unless somebody drives stupid. We still have quite a few restaurants up on this end of the town. My favorite catfish restaurant is right here, and so is my favorite barbecue restaurant. And they happen to be owned by the same people. Here at Dad's Barbecue. Good barbecue if you ever come to Anniston. And there's a National Guard. And then right down here on the left, you'll see the top of the river. I take just about everybody that comes to town to the top of the river. It's just a great place to eat. You'll seat about 400 in there. It's a huge place. But now we're coming up to where 431 splits off. We're going to stay on Highway 21. You can take the left here and go to 431 that way. This used to be the old 431 before they built the overpass over here. But now they've got you going up here. We go straight to go on 21 and just past this right light. If you want to go north, you'll turn right. If you want to go south, you'll turn right on this side of the light. And coming up here, we've got a Lowe's, Wally World. If you got any bad kids, the Juvenile Correction Center is right over here on the right. I'll point that out to you. Anniston's population has increasingly gone down. There's the Coosa Valley Youth Detention Center. That's where they send all them little kids like I was when I was a kid. Except I was lucky enough to not get caught. The Lowe's here, they built in the tradition of Fort McClellan. And the next stop we'll probably make will be Fort McClellan, but there's Lowe's, nice store. They do a good business here. Coming back over. This is McClellan on your right. At one time it employed somewhere around 5,000–6,000 people. In '99 we had a political upheaval in Washington, and they moved it to Missouri or somewhere. So it took a while. That's the old military housing. They turned it into public housing. I'm sorry, not public housing, commercial housing. You can actually buy it and redo it, build you a house out there. When we do that, we'll go through all there. But here's, we got McDonald's, we got Walmart on this side of town, Taco Bell, you got Papa John's. You got just about everything you could possibly want over here in this town. Either between here and Oxford, you just about got everything. Now I'm gonna keep the camera on this side for a minute because we're gonna take a left right down here and move on into Weaver. Weaver's a little community. just on the side of Anniston. That China buffet right there is really good. There's not many buffets I can eat at, but I really like that. Los Arcos is real good Mexican. I'm hard to please when it comes to food. And there's very few places I really eat, but when I find something I like to eat. So you see, we got our little oil changes. We're coming up on what used to be called the Linlock Shopping Center. It's been torn down now for years. Nothing else has rebuilt there yet, but I'm sure it will one day. It was all that area right in there. That was all one big shopping center. So as we go through this light, then we're fixing to get into what's called Weaver. As I say, Weaver's just a little community. Very, very nice little community. I don't think they probably have, I don't know, they might have 1,000, 1,500 residents. I don't know, I'll look it up one day. But what they do have is a great park. They built, there's a Ladiga Trail. Several years ago when they closed the railroad tracks down, they took part of the railroad tracks, started paving it, and now the Ladiga Trail runs all the way from Oxford, I think it starts, all the way to the Georgia state line. It's about 60 or 70 miles long, and you can ride, you can walk, you can jog, do about whatever you want. I'm going to show you something up here that's really near and dear to my heart. Many years ago, I used to play a lot of racquetball. And one of my best friends, we used to play racquetball 2 or 3 times together. I'm going to go through here and just video it a little bit because this is just really, it's very sentimental to me. I'm going to show you the name of it here, and then I'm going to tell you about it. You see, it's Michael Tucker Park and Campground. And then you can see there, Dr. Michael Tucker Park and Campground. Mike was one of those physicians that if you didn't know he was a physician, you wouldn't know he was a physician. He would help anybody. Beautiful park they built out here too. It's just amazing. He would help anybody. He would give free medical care. Now, he was a cardiologist, and he was very well known as one of the very best cardiologists around. But unfortunately, Mike had a love of cycling, and him and his wife and another friend of mine and his wife were riding their bicycles down through Ohatchee one day, and a drunk driver hit him and killed him dead as a doornail. It's so sad. Hate to see good people go. But as you see, we're into a little bit more of a rural community right here. Lots of little farms out here. That's the Ladiga Trail, by the way, that's running up beside us up there. You can see the top where the railroad tracks used to be. Get out of that little crack in my windshield. One day I'll do this right. We got a couple of big old lawnmower shops here if you ever have a problem with your lawnmower. Tell you what, I was shocked. A couple of weeks ago I went into that one right there we just passed. We got another good one here on the left. But he's got a wall plaque up there that states that labor is $100 an hour. Work on your stinking lawnmower. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll make $100 an hour. Coming up on the nice Weaver. Weaver First Baptist Church, and there's the Weaver City Hall, police station, and everything. There's the park. We'll come back and maybe go through the park one day, but I've got to do some stuff over at my sister's, so we're just gonna go down here. I'm gonna stop at her house. This is it. No traffic lights in Weaver, Alabama. We got one four-way stop sign. No, we got two four-way stop signs. I forgot about this one down here at the next intersection. So anyway, here's the Ladiga Trail. I'm gonna stop and show you both ways. That's coming from Anniston. That's going to Piedmont. I mean, it was an amazing thing that they did to take these railroad tracks and make them into hiking and biking trails. If you need to buy you a firearm, that's probably the hottest place in the county right there to buy firearms, Exile. Get over here, we got the Weaver Post Office. And you just got your little bit of rural community out here. Bunch of old country folks. We're fixing to pass Weaver Elementary School. I'll show you a little bit of it. There's Weaver Elementary School. Weaver Elementary School. We'll come back around. We're almost at the end of this trip. My sister lives right up here on the right. I'm gonna stop at her house. My brother, he's in the late stages of cancer, so I'm trying to come over here and see him 3 or 4 times a week. And my sister's a RN, and she came back down from Maine to be with him and help him through this. But it just goes on like this for a long time. This is where my sister lives. It's in a nice little house for a single lady, beautiful, and on 3 big old lots. She's got her a little casita camper that she'll hook that thing up behind this white truck in front of me, and she will just go to town. So anyway, we're gonna shut her off here and I'll pick it back up later. This is Terry Lamb with Kelly Wright Real Estate, and I run the great all-American real estate marketing company. And if I can help you, don't hesitate to give me a call, 256-454-3340. Thank you so much. Have a great day.